What if the single most profitable thing humanity has ever sold is the promise that you don't have to look your age? In 2023, the global anti-aging market was valued at $67 billion. By 2032, analysts at Grand View Research project it will exceed $119 billion. That is not a niche. That is a civilization-scale bet. Anti-aging is not just moisturizer. The category spans injectables, supplements, hormone therapies, cosmetic surgery, wearable tech, and longevity clinics. Injectables alone, led by Botox, already represent a nearly $10 billion submarket. Longevity clinics charge up to $100,000 per patient annually. The breadth of that definition is what makes the headline number credible. The modern version of this market crystallized in 1952 when Estée Lauder launched her first dedicated skincare line into American department stores. She understood something economists would later formalize. Fear of aging converts into purchasing behavior with remarkable consistency. By 2030, every single baby boomer in the United States will be over 65. That's 73 million people simultaneously entering the life stage most associated with visible aging. Demographics are not a trend. They are a schedule. Americans over 50 control 70% of all disposable income in the United States, according to AARP's 2022 economic report. A market that targets the demographic holding most of the money isn't fighting gravity, it's riding it. Here's where the economics gets strange. The fastest-growing anti-aging consumer segment in 2023 was not boomers. It was adults aged 25 to 34, according to Mintel's Global Beauty Report. The market doesn't wait for you to age. Dermatologists call it preventive aging. Marketers weaponized the concept to sell retinol serums to 22-year-olds. Mintel's 2022 beauty report documented active anti-aging product use among consumers as young as 12. When your product's promise is prevention, your customer base stretches across nearly every decade of life. The addressable market becomes almost everyone. By 2019, TikTok had reached 26.5 million active users in the United States, and its skincare community, quickly dubbed Skin Talk, was driving measurable behavioral shifts. Dermatologist Dr. Shireen Idris publicly documented seeing teenagers as young as 14 presenting with 12-step routines assembled entirely from viral recommendations. Aspiration had found a new and extraordinarily efficient pipeline. Psychologist Leon Festinger's cognitive dissonance theory explains the purchase trigger precisely. When your mirror self conflicts with your ideal self, the discomfort demands resolution. Anti-aging products sell the resolution. The gap is the product. A 2021 review in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology found that most over-the-counter anti-aging creams produce measurable but clinically modest results. Yet sales grow annually. Partial efficacy, it turns out, is commercially ideal. If a product worked perfectly once, you'd buy it once. Partial results create the repeat purchase loop. Skincare brands average 6.2 customer repurchases per year, according to Euromonitor's 2022 beauty data. The subscription model was hiding in the cream jar all along. Here's where the money accelerates. The global botulinum toxin market, Botox and its competitors, was worth $9.9 billion in 2023 and is growing at 9.4% annually per Allied Market Research. That's faster than the S&P 500's historical average. Allergan, the company that markets Botox, spent decades positioning the product inside medical offices rather than beauty salons. That clinical framing reduced psychological resistance and allowed premium pricing. A $400 treatment feels different than a $400 cream. La Mer's Crème de la Mer retails at roughly $400 for 60 milliliters. Independent testing by Consumer Reports found its efficacy comparable to far cheaper alternatives, yet it outsells them. In luxury markets, price is not a cost, price is the message. Every other consumer market has a saturation point. Anti-aging doesn't. New cohorts of aging consumers enter continuously. No customer ever fully solves the problem, and the problem, biological aging, has never once been reversed by a product. The market's ceiling is mortality itself. In 2023, longevity-focused biotech startups raised over $5.2 billion in venture capital, according to Longevity Technologies' annual report. Investors including Jeff Bezos and Yuri Milner backed Unity Biotechnology and Altos Labs. The market is now betting on solving aging entirely. Here's the counterintuitive core. A genuine longevity breakthrough would not kill the beauty market. It would detonate it. A population living to 150 has 150 years of appearance anxiety. The addressable market grows with the lifespan. Cure is not the end of the industry. It's the expansion. The FDA classifies most skincare products as cosmetics, not drugs, meaning efficacy claims face far lighter scrutiny than pharmaceuticals. A drug must demonstrate clinical proof before it reaches a shelf. A moisturizer does not. That regulatory gap allows marketing language to outpace clinical evidence by years, sometimes by decades. It's not a loophole. It's load-bearing architecture the entire industry is built upon. When the market sensed consumer fatigue with chemical-heavy products in the 2010s, it didn't shrink. It invented clean beauty. The global clean beauty segment reached $11.5 billion in 2023. The industry's defining mechanism is self-reinvention under the same emotional promise. Men's anti-aging skincare was a $15.6 billion market in 2023, growing at 6% annually, per Statista. L'Oréal's Men Expert line tripled revenue between 2015 and 2022. The industry doubled its demographic target and called it progress. Asia-Pacific already accounts for 38% of global anti-aging revenue, led by South Korea and China. South Korea's K-beauty industry alone exported $9.2 billion in 2022. The market is not Western anymore. It's planetary. South Korea's 10-step skincare routine, popularized globally after 2012, didn't just sell products. It sold a ritual. Rituals create daily touchpoints. Daily touchpoints multiply annual spend per customer. Seoul engineered a behavioral loop the entire industry then copied. The anti-aging supplement market hit $44 billion globally in 2023, driven by NMN, collagen peptides, and resveratrol products. Harvard professor David Sinclair's 2019 book Lifespan directly correlated with a 300% spike in NMN supplement searches within 6 months of publication. When Jennifer Aniston became a paid ambassador for Vital Proteins Collagen in 2021, the brand reported a sharp surge in consumer interest. Nielsen's 2022 influencer marketing report found that celebrity-anchored beauty campaigns generate a 37% lift in brand search activity within the first month. Celebrity endorsement doesn't just advertise a product, it lends the endorser's perceived biology to the brand. Companies like Proven Skincare now use AI algorithms trained on over 20 million data points to generate personalized formulations. Personalization commands a 30 to 50% price premium over standard products, per McKinsey's 2022 beauty report. The next frontier is selling you a product only you can use. Longevity clinics like Human Longevity Inc. and Fountain Life charge between $25,000 and $100,000 annually for comprehensive biological age assessments and intervention protocols. They're not selling hope. They're selling a quantified version of it, with blood work attached. When anti-aging products are priced at luxury tiers, access stratifies by wealth. A 2022 study in JAMA Dermatology found that dermatological care utilization correlates directly with household income. The industry sells youth as a luxury, which means aging visibly becomes a marker of class. Here's something the industry is watching closely. In 2023, the EU's updated cosmetics regulation began requiring brands to substantiate anti-aging claims with documented evidence before products reach shelves, a standard the United States has not adopted. The European market is $85 billion in annual beauty spend. If that evidentiary model spreads, the entire global pricing architecture for anti-aging products faces structural revision. The anti-aging industry is not a story about vanity. It's a story about the most durable human fear, impermanence, and how efficiently markets convert that fear into revenue. In 2023 alone, consumers spent more on anti-aging products globally than the entire GDP of New Zealand. Every jar on your bathroom shelf is a data point in that argument. The actionable takeaway is not to stop buying. It's to buy with your eyes open. Demand published clinical trial data before paying a premium. The products that survive that question are worth your money. The ones that don't answer it are selling you the gap, not the solution. Estee Lauder understood in 1952 what $119 billion of annual revenue now confirms. The most powerful product you can sell is not a cream. It's the belief that time is negotiable. She was right. The market has never let us forget it.